Airbnb finally bans cameras inside the use of your Airbnb unit, whether it's a house or apartment. You can no longer have a camera inside the unit in the hallway area, the common areas. Is completely banned. And if you get caught, they're going to suspend you from the platform indefinitely. All right. And this raises a lot of questions. So as a host, we're very conscious of people that's trying to throw parties, or people that's going to have more guests that disclose in the reservation. So this is the reasons why people typically have cameras inside the home. But Airbnb is under a lot of scrutiny because kind of think about it. Recently, you had a lot of claims against Airbnb where they're involved in lawsuits between host and guests. And the last recent one that everyone been talking about is the gentleman that got caught cheating, right? He got caught stepping on his wife, and it was a dispute with the host, and she decided to take the footage and share the footage to the spouse. Okay, and I guess now they're getting a divorce, and the guest is actually suing the host. And now, because of that, Airbnb is trying to limit the liability that it has, and it's trying to protect the brand. Okay, so now they completely ban cameras inside the homes. Not saying that you can't have cameras outside. All right, so from what the understanding is, you can still have your Ring camera outside the door. You can have cameras outside the property, but you cannot have it inside the home if you're using your Airbnb for short-term rental. Okay. Now, what I decided to look at is like, okay, what is the pros and cons of this? It's two sides to everything, two sides to every story, two sides to a coin, two sides to a loaf of bread. Now, the pro is they're going to limit lawsuits. They're going to limit lawsuits for you and also for Airbnb. It means that you continue to conduct business. The pro is for the guests. Pro is maybe for people that cheat. No shade, but now this limit guests trying to find ways to be able to sue hosts. And this is what you always want to think about. Obviously, you want to use Airbnb to make money, passive income, all that good stuff. But you got to think about how can I make this last for a long time, not just something that's temporarily. So I think, with this, it is a pro. Now, let's look at the con of this. Okay. You have where you can't see how many people's inside the property, people that try to sneak in. Obviously, you have the Ring camera outside. Um, Seeing that if guests intentionally damage your property, furniture, things of that nature, or they're stealing your items, you won't be able to see those type of things. And then also, if guests are smoking, you won't be able to catch them, but maybe you still have the smell of it and the residue if they're smoking. So it is a lot of cons to it, but I think this is going to be for the good. We got to think about this for the long haul. All right. So all my Airbnb hosts out there, we're not just doing Airbnb as a side hustle. You're running it as a professional business, and as a business, you got to find a way to mitigate and limit, any liability to you as a business owner, as a host. And I think this is one of the measures that Airbnb put into place to kind of prevent it, because, like, obviously, recently, a lot of cities are banning Airbnb. You have hotel lobbyists that's like, hey, well, they're taking money from my pockets, and they're pushing, the cities and states to try to ban Airbnb. So this would be a way to prevent any liability towards Airbnb. So that's a pro. But it's still ways to be able to track people that are inside your home. So I was able to research and find a device. It's by HelloWin, and I'm going to put the link in the description. I'm going to put the link in the comments where you could actually, it's a device where it actually detects how many people's inside the home, if anyone's smoking, and noise detection. And this is typically why we want cameras. We want to see how many people inside the home, and then also noise detection and people trying to do parties. So this device I'm going to put and it's called SyncTree by HelloWin, HelloWin.com. And now it's a device that you could put inside the home. And there's other devices that you could put for noise detection, where you get an alert if it's a certain amount of noise level, where you could warn the guests like, hey, keep the noise down, or you get a detect if they're throwing a house party, right? Like you're throwing a house party, like the movie. So this is a device that you can implement if you have cameras inside your homes. Just kind of work your way around it. So it's always is looking for a solution. And it's this is something that's big. Everyone's talking about this, the cameras, but I think this is for the good. We always got to think long term. So understand, if you guys have cameras inside your home as an Airbnb host and you have your property listed, make sure you remove them. This is very important because as of the update in the updated terms and agreement, if you are caught or a guest reports you, you will be suspended. Okay, you will be banned from the platform. So make sure that you guys are always reading the updates and the terms and conditions that Airbnb is putting out there, so you can be on top of your P's and Q's. and you can make sure you're on top of the 8 ball, but you understand what's going on in the industry. As a professional, you want to see what the changes going on. And this is why my YouTube page is going to be updating you on the latest and greatest news of short-term rental, of Airbnb, and of business in general. Okay. So now, so just to kind of recap, no more cameras at the home. Um, you could only have it outside of the home. And then now to work your way around it, you can get devices that you can put inside the home to detect noise, detect how many people is inside the home. And then also people are smoking inside your home. And this is the device I'm going to recommend you guys to use, the HelloWin.com. And the device is called Sentry, and you can link it to your listings as well too. All right. So I recommend you use that. And then, yeah, so I think this is the newest update everyone should be aware about. For those of you guys as hosts or as looking to become a host, you cannot put in cameras inside your home. If you already have it inside your home, remove them before you list it on Airbnb. All right. So if you guys want more tips and advice like this, make sure you follow me on all of our social media platform at Mr. Eugene06 on Instagram. Make sure you like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And also make sure you guys follow us on Facebook, EugeneFanFan.com. And then make sure you follow all the updates and hit the notification so that way you get notified when we drop a new video to update you on news, information, and resources that